Hi everyone, welcome to part 3 of my RetroBat build. So this is obviously, if you've seen the other, hopefully you've seen the other two videos, basically doing a RetroBat build from scratch, building out all the different systems to obviously give you a complete full build, and I'm supplying everything you need, so the games and ROMs, the artwork, the themes, obviously showing how to set up the emulators, how to set it all up, and then we'll be going on to some advanced features, things like the bezels and shaders and all that good stuff to make it, make the build as good as possible. So we've added, in part 1 we did the initial install and did some Atari systems, part 2 we did Amiga, now part 3 we're going to do some arcade games. So we're using Final Burn Neo for this. I will add MAME as well, which probably, I guess, more people have probably heard of MAME for arcade games, so I'm doing Final Burn Neo first, basically I've been looking through the list and just sort of picking out systems that I think would be good to add. And this is quite a big one, quite a chunky one, so I've done it by itself. Like I say, in further videos I'll probably be adding multiple systems at a time, just to kind of make the process a bit quicker. But like I say, this is quite a big one, so we'll do it by itself. I just want to say as well, on the last video, part 2, that added the Amiga, a bit of confusion I think. I was looking at a text file which talked about the HDF files being supported, the hard disk files, whereas the configuration in RetroBat didn't have those extensions for Amiga added as a supported extension. And obviously it does work, we added it and it works. Some of you might have spotted it, but that text file I was looking at was actually a text file from BIOSES. So obviously for it supports those files out of the box. Whereas RetroBat, you just need to add them. So for those who don't know, BIOSES is very similar to RetroBat in the fact that it uses emulation stations, so the look and feel is very similar. Obviously they're quite different beasts in the fact that RetroBat obviously runs on Windows and BIOSES runs on its own customized version of Linux. So it's kind of you install it to a USB drive or install it to a PC and boot off it, and it boots into an emulation station system. But anyway, so that text file I was looking at was actually from BIOSES, which is why it mentioned the extensions. So no fault of RetroBat, it was me reading the wrong file. And the other thing, there's been a few comments on the other videos around how do you uninstall RetroBat, and the simple question is there isn't an uninstall. I think people are expecting like an uninstall option or to go into the control panel and uninstall. So when you run that install or the setup, all it's basically doing is extracting all the files that it needs from the package you downloaded into your RetroBat folder that you've picked. I think, as I mentioned before, RetroBat is what they call a portable app. All the files are self-contained in that folder that you need to run it, which is why you can pick it up, move it to another drive, you can move it to a USB drive, move it to another PC entirely, and it will still work. Everything will work as it was. So pretty much, if you want to uninstall it, you just delete that RetroBat folder, and that's it. Doesn't install any DLLs, doesn't install anything else in program files, doesn't nothing like that. So it's all self-contained. So I guess that's the answer. The fact there is no uninstall, just delete it. So with that said and done, let's crack on with this Final Burn Neo. So here's our RetroBat folder we've been using. So on my X drive, builds RetroBat. And then on the right hand side, the stuff that I've downloaded so far. And now we're going for Final Burn Neo. You can see it's a bit bigger than the rest, nearly 6.5 gigs. So like I said, it's quite a chunky one. So on back over here, we go to RetroBat, go to our ROMs folder, and there should be an FB Neo empty folder for us. There we go. Let's open up Final Burn Neo. So again, I could go into here and I could drag the whole lot in, or just a folder, but I'm there, so I'll do it this way. So I've got all the games, got all the artwork here, and then literally drag into the folder. And again, the password is the same. So RB for RetroBat, RetroBat-B, capital B, build with a capital B, exclamation mark. So again, like I said, this is a bit bigger than the system we've done before, and I think there's roughly somewhere between 500 and 600 games in this collection, so it's probably going to pretty much double our collection so far. So we'll probably be over 1,000 games now. So yeah, again, this is like it's quite a few games, but this is again a best of collection, because the full set for Final Burn Neo is, I think, it's only a couple of thousand games, and then for MAME, they're normally a lot bigger and a lot more. But yeah, I quite like using Final Burn. A lot, you kind of, there's a bit of experimentation, I guess. Some games run better in Final Burn Neo, some games run better in MAME. So I think what I've read before as well is MAME's more around kind of accurate emulation. So some games may not run very well or fast, but they're emulated quite accurately. Whereas Final Burn Neo was more focused on that kind of speed and playability. So I found, I quite like the Street Fighter games and similar fighting games, and I find they perform better in Final Burn Neo. So that's why I tend to use it for most of my arcade stuff. But again, I do have a collection, a similar best of collection for MAME, so I'll be adding that later on as well. So we'll get the best of both worlds, have both systems. So we're just going to copy this across now. Like I say, it takes a little bit longer because it's bigger, a lot bigger. So I mean, I could pause the video here, but I'll probably ramble on for a couple of seconds just till it finishes. It shouldn't take too long. Yeah, so like I say, in the later videos, obviously, I'll be adding some more systems. So obviously, you want to get notified, please subscribe, just hit the button. It's completely free to you. I've been looking at some of the stats and get some good views on the videos. But when you look at the percentage of people that are subscribed versus not subscribed, there's a lot of people. I think it's more people that watch the videos that aren't subscribed. So it'd really help me out if you could subscribe, guys. So yeah, that'd be great. Thank you. So right, that's copied across. We can now close that and get rid of this. We don't need this. So we've got everything copied across. So now if we go back to the RetroBat folder, fire up RetroBat, and always comes slightly off screen. And hopefully, with any luck, we should have Final Burn Neo. So yeah, 560 games. You can see just here. So let's not press that button. No. Let's press that. No, that button. Oh, I really should turn my controller on. I'm trying to use the keyboard and remember which button. So yeah, again, it's the same layout. We've got the wheel down the left-hand side here, and you've got all the games with all the artwork pre-supplied. So you've got a static image, and then you pause for a couple of seconds, and you get the video clip. You got the logo and icon here. The same one that's used for the wheel. You can see they've all got a complete artwork set. So for this one also, I got the ROMs that I found online. I'll see what I've linked to, but I've obviously worked through all the artwork myself. So it takes a long time to get all the right artwork for all the games. So yeah, quick, you can see there, all looking good. So I might just quickly turn the old controller on. It's going to work first time. Yep, there we go. So as mentioned in my previous videos, I've got a Xbox One controller connected by Bluetooth. Yeah, it works really well. Just had to make sure that you've got one of the later controllers that supports Bluetooth. Some of the original ones don't. So let's have a look through. We'll kind of click through, hit the Y button. Oh, okay, we'll start this one. Wrong key. Burning Fight. You get a little splash screen when it loads. And again, Final Burn Neo is running inside RetroArch. They're quite nice for the arcade sets. They've got this like arcade scene, if you like. So you've got the arcade screen, and just in the background either side you've got like little arcade machines. So just quickly pick these, just so show it running. You hit the back key to enter credits. Pick a player. Anyway, you can see that works. So just gonna do select and start to come out. Oh no, wrong button again. Sorry. I need to learn the buttons are reversed on here compared to what I'm used to. The other thing I was going to quickly, so that's it added. That's as easy as it is. You know, we're getting in the swing of things now. Just extracting the games download, put them into the ROMs folder or correct ROMs folder. Start at RetroBat and you should be good to go. So I think when we get to some of the more modern systems, we might have to start, or we will have to start downloading some emulators and configuring the emulators. But for now, adding all these systems is fairly straightforward. See what we have now. This arcade vertical one, which we had before that was empty. Now we've added some arcade games. This collection's now working. So you've got all these games, mainly kind of shooter games that are vertical. So I've actually got something in there now, which is good. The other thing I was going to do, yes, was when we've got things like light gun games. I mean, you might want these on, you might not. What I was going to say was about just showing you how to hide them. So we go into the menu and go down to Games Collections. So this is where you can actually hide certain systems if you wanted to. Not sure why you want to, but you could. The ports I could get rid of. Not too fussed about that. Automatic game collections. You've got things like the last played and all games and favourites, which I think you probably want to keep. They're the default. So things like that, vertical games and light gun games you can turn off if you want. And again, in here there's a whole bunch of other ones you can add. So these are like sort of types of games by I guess genre, and then again different various arcade systems. You can have a collection per them. So let's maybe just turn one on. Let's go with Capcom. We'll turn that one on just so you can see it. And let's go back. So we can see now we've got the Capcom Classics. So it's looked at our arcade collection and it's basically created a little sub menu of all the games that we've got that are made by Capcom. Of course, you can do this for other publishers or other developers. And you'll see that the light gun games are now gone. We got rid of that, and also the ports is now gone as well. Just to kind of tidy up a little bit. So arcades there, basically it shows all the arcade games, which is, you can see they're 562, and you look at Final Burn Neo and it's 562. This one will come into play when we start adding other arcade systems, namely MAME. It will kind of then put the Final Burn and the MAME games into this one collection, so you can have all your arcade games in one place, rather than having to look through the Final Burn collection and look the MAME collection to find the game you want. So I'll just go back in quickly and turn that off again, so we can keep it quite neat and tidy. So I think I'll leave the other stuff off for now, and I'll just go back and turn that Capcom one off. Obviously we're going to end up with quite a few systems on the wheel, and I don't really need extra items. So that's it. So that's Final Burn added. Like I say, there's a whole bunch of really good games in here. Just see if I can get to ours. As I mentioned, the fighting games that I like. I do like the Street Fighter games, and I do quite like the Street Fighter Third Strike. Right, left and right obviously still goes between systems. Right, so we've got a whole bunch of Street Fighter games here. And that's Street Fighter 3. I thought it was in this collection, maybe it's not. I mean, Street Fighter 3 Second Impact is very close. Okay, anyway, let's quickly try a Street Fighter game just to show it's all working. Second Impact. So again, the game loads. Press the back button to insert some credits. Let's just pick anything. Also, I'm not recording this now, but you might be able to see it is running a little bit slow. I think it's probably because my machine's running the recording software at the same time. This normally plays fine, so. Oh, he jumped it. Anyway, yes, so again, back and start together to exit the game. And there we go. And what I like about menus is as you go through, you've got all the artwork in the background there for each game. Anyway, so yeah, that's added. Just exit back out again, and there we go. So yeah, that's it added. I mean, like I say, simple as that. Grabbing the ROMs, put them in there. Obviously, yeah, had a quick look at the collections as well, which some people might find handy if you want to sort of turn stuff on or on, or add your own collections. So yeah, hopefully that was useful. Like I say, again, another single system, but in subsequent videos, like I say, I'm going to be adding multiple systems to try and get the build done quick. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Any comments, just let me know. Jump on the Facebook group and have a chat. It's normally easier to jump on the Facebook group or Discord. Kind of siphoning through comments on YouTube can be difficult sometimes, especially when you see a list of unanswered comments. I try and reply to all of them. I reply to it, and then if someone replies back again, it's not always easy to see that. You don't get notifications, so you can kind of lose. You don't realise someone's replied to a few days later or something like that. So it's always easier to chat. Ask questions and comments and that kind of stuff, feedback. Like I say, either the Facebook group or the Discord server. That'd be really good. There's quite a few people on the Discord server at the moment, but not much conversation going on. So it'd be good if we could get on there, have a chat, just ask questions. Let me know what videos you want next. Also, after I finish this build selection, I might look at another build for something like Batosera or something else, or Launchbox, or whatever people want, really, I guess. So yeah, hope you enjoyed it. Hope it's useful, and obviously please subscribe. You'll get notified of the next release. Obviously part 4 will be coming soon. I just need to decide what games it's going to be, and then obviously find the source. So yeah, all the links are in the description as normal. Enjoy, and I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.